life right here.
96 hours, and you know that XO merch. that just flies.
What? Vlog life right here.
Vlog life.
Well, we're here. We're going shopping. I'd call this my local fish store, Fanatics Aquarium. They have great selection of cichlid fish, and I'm here for one fish today. This doesn't scratch the surface of what's in the store, but come and take a look. A really nice tank right here too. That's a no. No stacks for me, and I ain't bouncing back from that. No bouncing back. As you can see, we have two shells in a net. And that inside there is a baby shell dweller that we had for quite a while. Now, what you may not know is the story behind it is I used to have a 10-gallon tank, and I made a background, and it was covered in cement. Now, the fish got sick and died because I wasn't doing enough water changes, probably a pH spike. I tried to remove whatever fish were alive. Now, there was an adult that was still alive, and I moved it into a separate cup. And there's also one baby fish that was alive in there. And if you know about anything about taking care of shell dwellers, you know how tiny those fish are and how well they blend into sand. It took like a solid 30 to 40 minutes trying to catch this little fish, and we finally caught it, and we also put it in there with the other big fish that was still alive. So we had two fish in a net. Sadly, the larger fish passed away the next day. But the one baby fish that we caught was still alive, and it's still alive to this day, which is the fish that is now in the net, which we call baby fishy. So basically, baby fishy was the only fish that survived the occurrence. And I knew I couldn't leave the fish in the net forever, but since it was small, I figured it was okay. But now, I decided it's about time that we get him a tank with some friends. So I cleaned up the tank in one of my videos you could watch later. I cleaned up the tank from the silicone that was on it from the background a while ago. And then I decided to re-aquascape it, and well, that's what I went shopping for, to get some more shell dwellers, or to get him some friends. And I wasn't planning on getting the apple snails, but I got them because I figured they'd make a decent cleanup crew for shell dwellers. Now, shell dwellers, when it comes to eating, it's kind of a challenge to feed them the right amount, because they only eat the stuff that falls to the bottom of the tank, and they won't come to the surface to eat. So it's really hard to judge if you're putting in too much food. The good thing about the snails is they'll eat that whatever the shell dwellers leave behind. And the next thing about the snails is I just liked how they looked. Added to the theme of shell dwellers, because there's a bunch of big shells in the bottom of the tank, and you know, I was thinking, you know what, if there's gonna be shells in the tank, there might as well be snails. I plan on releasing the aquascaping video soon after I release this video, so subscribe so you can see that up next, and give it a thumbs up because it was pretty good, right?